In the previous videos, we have learned various ribbon buttons, that is home ribbon, insert, page layout, data ribbon. Now we are going to learn review ribbon button. What are all the commands available under review ribbon button? So first one which we have is spell check. So if you wanted to spell check your data, you can always spell check, and if it's required you can change, or else you can ignore it. So there was only one word, it is showing me as a error. So let me go here, type something, Swendra XYG, some type with tool. So if I type any spellings incorrectly in the MS Excel, if those words does not exist in the MS Excel dictionary, so that will show it as a error. Now if you see, there is no solution. Okay, so whether you would like to keep it or not, that's up to you, because the whichever is the nearest, see here with, we have typed triple H, right? So this is suggesting if you wanted to change it, you can click on it, that word will be changed. Now here we have tool. So I have typed, instead of one instantly I have typed, intentionally I have typed these spellings incorrectly. I wanted to show you how this works. Now you can change it, whether you want to select tool or tools, you can change it. So this is how you can do spell check. So next, threshers at a loss for a words. So let us suggest another way to say that you mean. So this one usually it won't help you much in MS Excel, but this is very helpful in MS Word, because if you are typing some paragraphs in the Word, if you wanted to get some suggestions, so that will suggest you. Now here we have workbook statistics. So workbook statistics, if you wanted to see how many sheets you have and how many cells has data, and so this one I will show it to you in the other workbook file. If you go here, see there are end of sheet, that is B25 cells with data, 22 cells we have data in this sheet, and workbook, so there are 24 sheets and there are 690 69,844 cells has data, and there are 4,206 cells has formulas. So there is nothing much to do. And translate, so if you wanted to translate some data to the any other language, yes, you can use. Anyway, from our end, so we don't use much, but whereas I mean in India we prefer to use, uh, but whereas if you go to the China or France, they use Chinese and France. Now sometimes when you are working with global clients, so when you get data in their local language, you wanted to convert the data to the English, then you can use the translator. So I'll show you how it looks or how it works. So I would say good morning. Now I would like to convert this good morning to the different language. So how can we convert that? So Hindi, if I select, this is how it will work. Okay. Now if you wanted to change it to the any other German language, this is how they call it. Okay, let us take Kannada or different language. Kannada. So this is how it says Subodayagalu. So you can put here your local language. So you can use the translator to convert any other languages to your convenient language. So usually what happens, so let me interchange this one. Now if you get any data in the local language, you wanted to convert to the English language to understand. So that is where we can use the translator. Next option which we have is new comment. So which I already showed you. If you wanted to add any comments to the data, you can add it. So let me take any sample data. So here I have my sample data. I would like to add some comments. So comments means, so a mobile number is coming switched off. For example, here you are calling. So here I have taken data. For example, you are calling everyone and you are speaking and you are trying to get feedback. Okay, so some numbers, if you are not reachable, you wanted to note down these numbers, not reachable. Okay, you can add your comments. So if mobile number is switched off, you can say this is mobile number is, okay, let me select mobile number switched off. Switched off you can add. So here you can add comments whatever you want. If you wanted to have clarification, or else we can say customer is busy. See, customer is busy, ask to call at some timing 9 p.m. something like that. Whatever you want, you can add it. So once you add any comments, if you want all those comments to be visible, you can have it show comments. So here it will show all the comments for which cell you have added. It is showing here. If you see B5, B8, B10, I have added the comments. If you wanted to add any new comments, you can go ahead and add. So always leave for which cell you wanted to add comment, you place a cursor, so that will become active cell. For that cell you can add comments. If you wanted to delete, just click on it and there is a delete thread. If you wanted to delete, you can delete it. If you wanted to resolve the thread, so that is resolved, so that is how it will show. Okay, undo, redo option also we have. Now when you have a multiple comments, let me go back and get it back all my comments. You wanted to delete all comments, you place a cursor here, you can select all the comments and delete it. Next, note is there. So what is the difference between comments and note? So here if you ask me, in the note we can add only text. In the comments we can add only text, but in the notes we can add images as well and photo as well. For example, here I have my name, right, Surendra, okay, Shanvita. So I am gathering some profiles. Now whenever I place a cursor, I want their photo to be visible. So how can we do that? So I'll select here notes, just click on add a note, select this one. Now let me take out this text, whatever the text, that will pick up the username which user entered the data. You just select this, when you place a cursor you will get the arrow marks plus symbol. Just right click on it, there is an option called format comment. Go here. So here you have various options like font style, okay, uh, font size, which and all you can select. If you wanted to select as a strike through, okay, all this you can select, but what we want, photo to be inserted. Here color is the right. In case if you wanted to change it to different color, you can change it from light yellow to dark yellow, we change right. Now I would like to insert photo. So here fill effects is there, right. There is an option called picture. So you select picture here, and from my computer select picture. So let me select my pic, insert it. This is how it looks like, sample picture. If you are fine with it, give OK. So this is how my picture will be visible. So whenever I place a cursor there, my picture will be visible. So hope you see how you can add picture in the notes. Next option we have protect sheet. So protect sheet, why do we use and where do we use this one protect sheet? So let me take the some sample data to show you. So here I have a payroll data. I would like to put it here. Now I would like to have a September month details. September month details. Now, so this has been already processed. Okay. I do not want processor data to be edited or make any changes to this data. So what can I do? I can protect the entire sheet except this range. So I would like to allow user to enter only details in this range. So rest everything I am going to protect. So he cannot edit or make any changes to the data. So why do we have to protect? See, these numbers have been already finalized and processed or made payments. Sometimes by mistakenly or when you are navigating, there are chances of uh, deleting the numbers or adding decimals. Something, anything can happen, right? It depends. So in order to be on the safer side, we can protect the data. So how can we protect the entire sheet except for this selected range? So how do we do? Go to click on control 1. So you will get the format cells. So go to protection. So there is an option called logged. Uncheck this one. Give OK. Now come to protect sheet. Give password. So I am giving 123 as a password. Now once you give password, so if I put anything here, I am able to type it. But here I am trying to type, it is not allowing me anywhere. So except this range, wherever you type, it will not allow. So that is the use of protecting sheet. If you wanted to enter data anywhere else, you have to unprotect. Then you can type anything in the any place. Here you see, you can type anything in the any place. So this is how it works. Next, protect workbook. So protect workbook means, see, whenever you place a cursor here, so protect workbook, see what is it showing? Keep others from making structural changes to your workbook, such as moving, deleting, or adding sheets. So here I have a workbook structure. So let me take cap details. So this I will take student employee names. Next I have payroll data. Next I have, okay. So here if you see, you can insert, delete, move, all options are active now, right? So it's mainly, it's going to protect the workbook structure. So workbook structure it will protect. So click on it. So I will give password as 123 123. So what it does, now I am trying to insert any sheet, it is not allowing me. Now if I would like to delete any sheet, it is not allowing me. If I would like to rename it, it is not allowing me. I would like to copy this data entire sheet, it is not allowing me. All the options have been disabled if you see. So it is mainly like when you create a workbook, you wanted to protect workbook structure. So you can give a password and protect the structure of the workbook. So let me unprotect. So now I am able to see, I can delete, add sheets, I can move sheets, I can copy sheets, I can also color the sheets. So all these are options are available. Next, allow ranges. So set up a password protection on the ranges and choose people who can edit those ranges. So once set up, click protect sheet to activate the password protected. It is like a more or less same. So now you can select new, I would say range 1, refer cells. Now I would like to select only this range. Next, range password I will give 123, give OK. So confirm the password 123. So apply. give OK. Now except see here the range, whatever the range you have given password, so that will show you. Now if I am trying to enter, it is allowing me, right? Now we have to protect this with password 1 2 3 I am giving, so I can edit it. It is not allowing me to edit. So here whatever the ranges you want to, so except this range you are going to protect your worksheet. Okay, so if I am typing here except this range, it is not allowing me. The one which I explained also same, this is also same, but the thing is you can add here multiple ranges. Okay, so you can create multiple ranges and add it, so user will be allowed only to edit those ranges, except the given or specified range you cannot make. Now let me delete it, give apply, give OK. Next, share workbook. So unshare workbook is there, right? So because why it is not showing a share workbook, because this workbook is not saved. So let me save this workbook. So uh, download book to, let me save it. So this workbook can be shared. So what is the use of sharing? So if you share so that others can work at the same time. For your information, workbook contains tables can't be shared. So here, uh, for example, I have this particular workbook. I would like to work multiple users at a time. So multiple users can open this workbook at a time and simultaneously can be updated. All the updates should be saved in that particular workbook. So whenever you open it, the same workbook other user is trying to open it, it will show them as a read only. It says that other user is opened for you if you wanted to show it as a read only. Yes, you can open it, but if you make any changes, those changes cannot be saved in the same workbook. So in those cases, you can select share workbook. So multiple people can work at a time in the workbook. In the corporates, for example, you have a team of 10 members, you are going to allocate work for each member of the team. So end of the day they have to update status, how many tasks you have allocated and whether they have completed it or not. So if there are 10 people, you cannot have 10 trackers to maintain, right? So you can have a common tracker and put all the tasks whatever you have allocated, so they can update what is the status of that and save all the files. Next option what we have is view option. So under view option, nothing much important or crucial. It is normal view. If you wanted to see page break view, this is how it will show page break view. And page layout, if you wanted to see page layout view, you can. And custom views, if you wanted to create any custom views also, you can create it. Let me get back to the normal view. Next, grid lines. If you wanted to show grid lines, you can show it, or else you can, if you uncheck, these grid lines will be taken out. Similar way, formula bar, if you do not want to see formula bar, this we call it as a formula bar, right? You can uncheck. These are the headers which we have. So all the columns will be labeled as named as alphabets, and all the rows are named as numbers, right? If you do not want to see any headers, you can uncheck this. Next option, zoom in, zoom out. So here also we have the same option, zoom in, zoom out. If you wanted to expand, zoom in, zoom out, you can use that. So size of your worksheet will increase, decrease. So for example, you have some data, when you wanted to make it as a zoom out, you can just increase, or else you can also select this, the percentage, how much percentage you wanted to put it, you can put it. So go here, you can custom also, you put it. So I would like to put 90%, give OK. So my data my sheet has been zoomed to 90%. And here also we have 100% is the default option, and zoom to select. Okay, if you wanted to select something, you can zoom it. Normal 100%. This is for example, when you have a small letters or small data, you wanted to select it. For that, you can make it as a zoom to select and select it and come back to normal position. Then we have a new window, so opens a second window of your document, so you can work in different places at the same time. For example, here I have 3 sheets. Okay, now I wanted to update data in 2 sheets simultaneously, and that should be saved. Okay, how can we do that? So I will make it as a window. So here I have book 2 and book 1 as well. Okay, book 1, book 2. So I will go here. I would like to add some colors here. Let me go and fill some color here. So same thing here I would like to do simultaneously here as well. So both will be saved. Now I'll save this and close it. I'll go to my second sheet or third sheet. You see here also it's reflecting. So whenever you wanted to update some details, or else I have data in 2 different sheets, I would like to refer to one data and make changes in the refer to one sheet, make changes in the other sheet. So this is how you can use the option that is new window and create it. And when we have a multiple windows, if you wanted to arrange stake your open windows, so you can see all of them at once. So horizontal or vertical or tiled, we'll see how it shows. So how many windows we have? So there are 3 files are open, right? So all the 3 files are showing it here. So this I don't want. If I click on it, don't save. So this you can expand. So if you have multiple windows opened, so those all will be visible at one shot. Next, other option, freeze panes. So freeze panes is I would say very important, very oftenly we use it. So where do we use and how do we use this one? I will explain you. So here I have a data, right? Now whenever I go down, my header is not visible. Okay, now I don't know which column is belongs to the header. Now if I go down also, I want my headers to be freezed. So what I can do, I can select the one row below and which row you wanted to freeze. So there is an option called freeze panes. If I select, now if I go down also, my headers remains visible, only my data is moving. Now I wanted to unfreeze, so you can unfreeze it. Now similar way we can freeze rows as well. Now I want this name, if I go towards right, okay, I don't know this line is belongs to which employee. So in that case I can freeze column and row combination of both. You can put the cursor, or if you wanted to first column, if you wanted to freeze, you can do that. So if you freeze first column, this is how it will move. Now if you freeze row and column together, you place a cursor, unfreeze, just freeze panes. So if you see here, now your first row also freeze, and first row and first column has been freezed here. So that is how it works. Now if you wanted to hide any of your Excel files, okay, here we have 2 files, right? Now I would like to hide this particular file or this particular workbook. So I do not want to show this workbook data to the other users. So I can just click on hide. So that means your workbook will be hidden. Now unhide. So workbook which I have hidden is this one. I can unhide it. And if you wanted to split, so divide the window into 2 different panes that each scroll separately. So if you see Here if you wanted to divide your data or to multiple windows, so you can scroll down and check. So that is where we use split. Next, how many files you have opened, so all the files will be visible here. If you wanted to get into the workbook number 2, you can directly select it from here and switch to the workbook which you wanted to refer. So here I have only 2 workbooks. I can easily switch from one to one using Alt tab. So when you have a 20 workbooks opened in your system, you wanted to go to the specified workbook, you can directly select it from here and go to the respective workbook. Next option we have macro. So macro, anyway we are going to cover basics of macro, how we can record the macro and run the macro, assign the macro. These are all the some of the options which are available under view ribbon button. So that is normal, page break view and custom views, and mainly freeze panes and hide and unhide and arrange all in the one, this one. So these are the some of the commands which are available under view command view ribbon button. Next, let me get into the help button. So which we already discussed. If you wanted to contact support, yes, you are welcome. You can talk to Microsoft customer care, and if you wanted to give any feedback, you can do that as well. So if you want to contact support, you can contact it, and if you want to provide any feedback to the feedback to Microsoft, yes, you can go ahead and do that. If you like something, you can give. If you don't like something, in case if you have a solution, yes, what is the solution you wanted to give? Maybe let us say VLOOKUP or XLOOKUP or any function or anything which is not working as expected, or you are looking something to be customized or something like that, you can give a suggestion. So they will take a suggestion, they will consolidate all the suggestions received universally, then they will try to enhance in the upcoming version. Next, we have a show training. If you wanted to learn something, anything about Excel training, here what is row, what is column, how you can navigate data and all. There are various topics available. Yes, you can start using them and learn more about it. Let us say pivot table. If you click on it, so create a pivot table, analyze worksheet data, right? If you click on it, is this for Windows or web or MacBook? So if you click on it, this is how it will show you. So you can refer to this video and start learning yourself. So if you want any help, if you can type for it, for example, my conditional formatting, if I type for it, so that related to that, all the topics will be displayed. Next we have Foxit PDF. So if you wanted to print your Excel data to the PDF, obviously you can print it as a PDF and print and email it. So there are various options available. So we mostly don't print as a hard copies in the corporates unless it's required. We don't print it, but we usually print Excel data to the PDF to share it with someone else. So these are all the ribbon buttons which we have available. Next option, what we are left with, so formula tab. So in the under formula tab, what are all available, I will show you. So formula tab, we have a insert function and we have a auto sum, we have recently used functions, financial functions, logical functions, text functions, date and time functions, lookup and reference, maths and trig functions. We have many more functions as well, and we have name manager as well. So we have a define a name, use in formula, create from selection. So there are various options available under formulas as well. So we are going to cover these formulas. So mainly these are the formulas, 6 categories which we have. So I am going to take you through the each and every function or formula, how it works in a real-time data. Okay, in the next video, I am going to show you how all these formulas we can practice and start working on it. Okay, thanks for watching.